Caitlin Clark didn't just earn the respect of her teammates. Many fans believe she quickly became one of the most influential voices on Team USA. Through her confidence, leadership, and ability to perform in the biggest moments, she has sparked growing conversations about her role within the team. Her impact has been so noticeable that many supporters are now asking whether she's already emerging as one of Team USA's true leaders. Whether it's her composure under pressure, her playmaking ability, or the energy she brings to every game, Clark continues to strengthen the belief that her influence extends far beyond the stat sheet.
See here, standing in front of us, and the TISO MVP of the tournament is none other than Miss Caitlin Clark. It's undeniable the impact she's made on women's basketball, and here in Puerto Rico had quite the showing. Her debut with
Something unforgettable happened in Puerto Rico, and basketball fans are still talking about it. During the games in San Juan, many people felt they were witnessing more than just another international tournament. They were watching the beginning of a changing era for Team USA. A calm yet confident leader stepped onto the court and helped guide the team with poise, vision, and control, leaving many fans convinced that the future of Team USA may be arriving sooner than anyone expected. While winning the trophy was important, the bigger story centered on what happened behind the scenes. As the offense appeared to flow more smoothly through one exceptional playmaker, conversations quickly shifted toward the team's future. Fans and analysts began asking whether it was finally time for the veteran stars to pass the torch and allow the next generation to take on a larger leadership role. What unfolded in San Juan felt like a genuine turning point, and judging by the reactions across the basketball world, not everyone seemed comfortable with the possibility of a changing hierarchy.
I'm completely different off the court than I am on the court. Like when I step in between the lines, like I'm there.
Very few people expected Caitlin Clark's return to unfold the way it did. She arrived in Puerto Rico after months of battling through a difficult recovery process following a challenging 2025 season that included a bone bruise, ankle issues, and several other physical setbacks. By the time she stepped back onto the court, she had gone 239 days without playing a competitive game. For any professional athlete, that's an incredibly long absence, and many wondered whether she would need several games to regain her rhythm. The doubts came quickly. Critics were ready to analyze every possession, expecting Clark to look rusty, play with hesitation, or struggle after spending so much time away from live competition. Even some of her most loyal supporters admitted they were curious to see how quickly she could return to top form. What many people failed to recognize, however, was the amount of work she had put in during those 8 months away from the spotlight. While others were focused on games and headlines, Clark was committed to rehabilitation, rebuilding her strength, and preparing for the moment she could finally compete again. She didn't travel to Puerto Rico simply to shake off the rust or slowly work her way back into basketball. She arrived with the mindset of competing from the opening tip. Every practice, every workout, and every stage of her recovery had been building toward that moment. Clark wanted to remind her teammates, coaches, and basketball fans exactly why she's viewed as one of the most impactful and exciting players in the game today.
Caitlin Clark is officially the MVP of the FIBA Women's World Cup qualifier tournament that was just held in Puerto Rico. Team USA went undefeated, and it's kind of crazy because Caitlin Clark actually only started one game in this entire tournament, but clearly she had the greatest impact. The coach at times was also playing her in like the 3-4 position, which is so wild. She's a true point guard, and literally everyone does better when she is running the point. And she led the team in assists per game with 6.4 per game. And she also led the team in efficiency at a 14.6, which is something that FIBA uses, the WNBA and NBA don't. But essentially, it's a math equation that figures out your efficiency on the court, and she led Team USA. She also led the team in overall points at 58 points, but Kalia Copper actually led in points per game at like 12.5 points per game. And Caitlin played around 20-ish minutes in each of these games. And remember, guys, this is Caitlin Clark's senior debut for Team USA because she was not invited to the 2024 Olympics. And actually, in her first ever game for Team USA, she had a double-double with 12 points and 12 assists. But beyond just the numbers, Caitlin Clark changes the entire game the minute that she steps on the court. You can see how other teams change their defense just to make sure that they are guarding her. Like, so many teams were switching to a box and one whenever she stepped on the court. Just the gravity that she has when she's on the court, the quickness of the game, the speed gets so much faster when Caitlin Clark is in the game. And honestly, it's a super exciting brand of basketball. I loved watching her play in these Team USA games, even if it wasn't that many minutes. I also loved seeing her and Paige and Angel cook together. But that's it for this Team USA World Qualifier thing that they were doing. They did qualify for the World Cup, and we'll just have to tune in September. Congrats, Caitlin, on the MVP.
Now, let's look at what happened on the sidelines, because that's where the story became even more interesting. After taking over as Team USA's head coach in September 2025, Kara Lawson faced one of her first major tests in this tournament. From the beginning, Lawson made it clear that every player would have to earn their role, regardless of reputation or star status. In the opening game against Senegal, Lawson chose to start a veteran lineup featuring Chelsea Gray, Kalia Copper, and Jackie Young. As a result, Caitlin Clark began the game on the bench, a decision that immediately caught the attention of fans and analysts. Considering the excitement surrounding Clark's return, many expected her to be in the starting lineup. Some viewed Lawson's decision as a sign of confidence in her experienced veterans, while others believed she simply wanted Clark to ease back into action after spending so many months recovering from injury.
Yes. And in her senior debut, she wins the TISO.
Everything changed once coach Kara Lawson turned to her second unit midway through the opening quarter. Caitlin Clark checked into the game and made an immediate impact. On her very first possession, she delivered a perfect no-look pass to Monique Billings for an easy layup. Moments later came another assist, a smooth jumper, and several smart decisions that instantly energized Team USA's offense. The rust many people expected simply wasn't there. By the end of Team USA's 110-46 victory over Senegal, Clark had produced 17 points and 12 assists in only 19 minutes, delivering one of the tournament's most impressive playmaking performances. After the game, Lawson praised the second unit for bringing a different level of energy, pace, and ball movement. Clark continued to build on that performance throughout the tournament. She consistently played with confidence, pushed the tempo, and made the offense look organized every time she was on the floor. By the fourth game against New Zealand, Lawson made the move many fans had been waiting for by inserting Clark into the starting lineup. Team USA responded with another dominant 101-46 victory, while Clark finished with 14 points and 6 assists, once again controlling the flow of the game. She led the tournament in assists and repeatedly showed why so many people consider her one of basketball's elite playmakers. Whenever the ball was in her hands, the offense appeared to operate with greater rhythm and confidence. The tournament wasn't completely free of drama. Photos of Clark standing with a serious expression near Stephanie White quickly spread across social media, leading to countless theories from fans online. Clark later explained that adjusting to Team USA was very different from playing with the Indiana Fever. Rather than forcing her style of play, she focused on adapting, trusting her teammates, and making the right basketball decisions. As each game passed, it became obvious that the coaching staff trusted her more, and her responsibilities continued to increase. The biggest challenge came in the championship game against Spain. Before the final, Lawson returned to Duke University to prepare for the college season, leaving assistant coach Nate Tibbetts in charge. The rotation was shortened to 8 players, and Clark remained one of the team's most trusted contributors off the bench. She finished with 7 points and 7 assists, helping Team USA secure an 84-70 victory and complete a perfect 5-0 tournament run. When the tournament awards were announced, Clark was named the most valuable player after an outstanding week. At just 24 years old, she led the event in assists, shot 40% from three-point range, and consistently created scoring chances for everyone around her. Her performance also highlighted what many believe is a changing direction for Team USA. For years, the program has relied on experienced veterans, but this tournament suggested that a new generation is ready to take on a larger role. Before the event, many questioned how important Clark would be to Team USA's future. After 5 outstanding performances, there is an even stronger argument that she will be one of the team's cornerstone players moving forward. With the upcoming FIBA World Cup in Berlin on the horizon, Clark appears ready to play an even bigger role. After spending months recovering from injuries, she returned looking healthy, confident, and fully in command of the offense. What made the story even more impressive was the journey behind it. Only months earlier, she was battling through rehabilitation after multiple injuries, and some questioned whether she would return to top form. Instead, she arrived in San Juan and answered every doubt with outstanding basketball. The injuries quickly became yesterday's news. The groin strain, the bone bruise, and the long recovery period no longer defined her story. Clark played with confidence, made quick decisions, and looked completely prepared for the challenge. Her performances showed that the months of hard work during rehabilitation had paid off. Team USA has traditionally won through depth, teamwork, and a disciplined system rather than depending on one superstar. At the same time, this tournament demonstrated how valuable an elite playmaker can be. Clark's passing, court vision, and ability to create easy scoring opportunities gave the offense another dimension and helped the team play at a higher level whenever she was on the floor. If you enjoyed this breakdown of what the tournament could mean for Team USA's future, be sure to leave a like, subscribe for more basketball analysis and player stories, and stay tuned for the biggest moments from around the game. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.